Hi, this is Tori Park, and I'm a VP with Arbonne International, and I can't wait to tell you about this business opportunity that is extremely lucrative. I started this business 13 and a half years ago. At the time, I was a regional dietitian for a nursing home company. I also had two consulting jobs on the side, and then I also was teaching group fitness in the morning at 5:30 in the morning, and my boys at the time were 5 and 8. I was working about 60 hours a week and didn't have enough time for my family. So my husband was not very supportive for me to be adding something to my plate, and so he was not on board. But I knew I had to do something because I was no longer seeing the end of the tunnel. I saw no light. I was not happy. I needed to do something new and different. And I called up my friend Ann Dishon, who had been very successful in this business, and I said, is there a way to make some significant income in this particular business that you're doing where you're driving around in a white Mercedes? And she said, absolutely. At that point in time, she told me about the different levels of management. She said the first level of management is district manager. The average district manager makes between $200 and $800 a month. That was very interesting to me, but I needed more. And she said the second level of management is area manager, and the average area manager makes between $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And that became interesting, especially when she said at that level you can will your business to your family. I thought that would be really great since they don't do that as a dietitian. The next level was regional vice president. This is where I became very interested. She said the average income is $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and she said they give you a car allowance for a white Mercedes. That was interesting to me, but I needed the pay level. Then she said there was one more level, and the average income of the top level and VP was $22,500 at the time. That meant some people made less and some people made more, and I thought, how much more? And she said some people make into the six figures, and I was definitely interested, but I was also fascinating how you could make that kind of money. She said it's word of mouth advertising, and we do it all the time. She said, do you ever recommend a restaurant to your family or friends? And I said, well, it's part of what I do for a living. And she said, absolutely, right? And she said, does the restaurant ever send you a thank you check when your family or friends go there and just say thank you? And I said, absolutely not. She said, well, that's what Arbonne does. When you talk to your friends and family members about what we have to offer, they send you a thank you check. I thought, that's great. And she said, in traditional stores, you have a manufacturer, then you've got a warehouse, and then somewhere in there you've got advertising, and then you've got a back stocker at the store, a front stocker, then it goes to the cashier before it actually gets to the consumer. All those people want a piece of the pie. In our particular business, she said, it goes from the warehouse to the independent consultant and to the client. And if somebody signs up as a preferred client, it goes straight from the manufacturer to the preferred client. So there's a lot more room for research and development, which we take very seriously with Arbonne, and to be able to pay the consultants. And I thought, okay, that is excellent. But I was like, could this really work for me? And I thought I'd jump in, follow the success plan, and see if it did. And it did work for me. Within that year, I was able to promote to the car level, and I kept going until I met the MVP level. So it did work for me. And I'm not saying good for Tori, I'm saying good for you, because at the time I couldn't even send out an email. So if I can do this business, I know for a fact anyone can do this business. You just need to start with an ID number. But there are four things you're looking for in a business like this. The first thing you're looking for is a large expanding market. Well, back then when I started my business, we were talking to people that were baby boomers, because baby boomers were wanting to look younger, and they also wanted to retire younger. They were wanting to make money so that they could retire, because they were realizing they were living longer and they didn't want to have to, go down on the kind of lifestyle that they were used to living. They wanted to live their extreme lifestyles that they were living. So they kept working and working and working. So these people were looking for a way to look younger and make extra money. So that was a great group of people. They're still there, and they're still wanting to make money, and they're still wanting to look younger. The Gen X generation, that's my group of people. They're wanting to look younger and not have to work the rest of their life in these corporate America jobs. And they know that there are still people in corporate America that are baby boomers at the top level jobs. So the chances of a Gen Xer being able to move up to those positions is very, very rare. But they want to retire younger. So that group of people is ready and willing to do a business like this. But the Gen Y is another group of people. They realize that they don't want to work in a cubicle the rest of their life, but they're super smart and savvy, and they really understand networking because they know that in a single second they could seriously send out a little bit of information to thousands and thousands of people because they grew up with social media. They know how to do that. That's just second nature to them. So they are very aware of networking and marketing, and so they're super savvy in a business like this. So we have a large expanding market, but what's super cool is that everything fits being younger, looking better. And also the Gen Y group is really interested in being green and healthier. They understand why it's important to be healthier and why it's important to be vegan. And that's what we have in our products. But the second thing you're looking for is a consumable product. Most people I know wash their hair and wash their body, and it goes down the drain after they wash it off. Eventually, at the end of the month, they're going to need more. The average person uses about 25 different products before they walk out of the door in the morning. I counted for myself and I'm around 34, and I'm not a high product user. I'm pretty average. So that means that every day I'm using 34 different products, and by the end of the month I'm going to need more. So are these other people that the average product, that the average amount of products that they're using is 25. And what I love about Arbonne is all of our products are consumable. They're pure, safe, and beneficial. They're dermatologist tested. They're pH correct. They're made without animal products or byproducts. We don't have any phthalates or parabens in any of our products. We don't use any mineral oil or any kind of fillers in any of our products. All of our nutritional products are gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free. We don't use any kind of artificial sweeteners, artificial dyes, and any perfumes in any of our products. So we try to keep it as safe, pure, safe, and beneficial as possible. So all of our consumable products are great for you. The next thing you're looking for are timing and trends. And we basically have that too. The top three recession-proof industries are alcohol, tobacco, and skincare makeup. So alcohol and tobacco, of course, most people, when they're poor, they're not going to give up their alcohol and tobacco because that's what keeps them just sane. But they're also not going to be poor and ugly. So they're going to make sure that they have their lipstick or their mascara or whatever because they want to still look good if they don't have any money. But the other side that we have is also nutritionals. I love how Peter Mork, who was our founder, believed it all started from the inside out. Well, Paul Zane Pilzer, who predicted the dot-com boom in the 90s, also predicted that by the year 2018 to 2020, that the health and wellness industry is going to boom to over trillions of dollars in sales. And so we are in that industry. So we are a large expanding market that's continuing to grow and continue to grow because we realize being healthy is important and preventing illness is even more important. The fourth thing we're looking for is basically time leveraging. And I didn't understand how important this was until I got into this business. What I love about Arbonne is we basically have two sides. We have direct sales, so I can sell to my family and friends and they will send me a commission. But I have an online store that's open 24/7. And people can go shopping into my online store. If they become a PC, they get their own number, and they actually, a preferred client can go on and they get 20% off if they pay $20, and it's only $20 to renew it every year. And then they get 20 to 40% off on all of their products. So I can get them started on anything that they want to. But what's even better is that I can teach and train other people to start their online store and have their family and friends go on their store. When I do that, I get double paid. So let's say I work 10 hours a week and I teach and train somebody else to start their own online store. Arbonne pays me for whatever they do, so I teach them how to work 10 hours a week. Now I'm getting paid on 20 hours a week. Well, just imagine if I started 100 stores. Now I'm getting paid on 1,000 hours a week. That just goes on and on and on. And I'm telling you, that is the best part of our business because it just is amazing and exponential. So I want you guys to realize that this is a great thing and how it can change your life. But before you go to the person that sent you this video, I want you to think about something. When was it that you stopped dreaming? For me, it was probably college. I believed I was going to do all these amazing things in this world. But after I left college, I got married, I had kids. I'm madly in love with my husband still to this day, and I absolutely adore my kids. But I got into this rut where I was doing the same thing every single day, and I got sick and tired of not being able to get off of the treadmill of life. But then I found Arbonne, and it was able to allow me to dream again and see that there's a bigger life at the end of the tunnel, that I didn't have to see that darkness anymore. You guys, we can do that for you too. We can be the dream givers and make you a change in your life. So please talk to the person that sent you this today and don't delay, because it can change your life too. Thank you.